and welcome back to the channel. Hope everybody's doing well. So from the time lapse, you must guessed it. Yes, we're doing some brake stuff today, guys. I have an 18. The Hulk is an 18 STI, and I'm sure by now anybody who owns one of these cars, 18, 19, the pads are freaking trash. Now I don't look, there's a lot, you can tell right here, there's a lot of meat on these pads, a lot of meat. I only have 12K on this car. I don't drive it like, you know, I don't drive it a lot. I don't abuse the car at all, but let me tell you, the brake dust is insane. I literally washed the car right here, and I literally rolled back into the garage. Check this out. Brake dust, and I'm very meticulous when I'm washing my car. So what we're gonna do is, I did some research. If anybody knows me, they know I do my research, and I looked for something that's good, but it's not gonna break the bank as well. So what I did was, I found these bad boys right here. I know some of you guys must have them on your car already. These are the Powerstop Z23. The 23s, these are carbon fiber ceramic pads. I actually have pads just like that on my boy Bruce right here. Now, I'm not doing a whole brake kit change like rotors or anything. This is just strictly pads. And if anything, I've been driving this truck for a month. I have carbon fiber ceramic pads on it, and let me tell you, I'm talking about after 3 weeks of back and forth to work, I'm telling you, I barely saw any type of brake dust. So the reason why I got these, I'm hoping they'll do the same thing for this STI, because I'm sick and tired of these pads. They're freaking trash. You would think that coming with freaking 6-piston brembo calipers, you would have some decent pads on these freaking cars. They're just horrible. So anyway, with the in the package, they give you your hardware, pads, and grease, and also right here they give you everything you need to know when you're breaking in the pads from when you first put it on, because they want to leave an imprint of resin on the rotor. So if you don't break these in, and the rotors heat up to a certain degree, and you leave an uneven imprint of resin on the rotors, you're gonna have what they call brake judder. When you're slowing down, you're gonna feel like the car is vibrating. So make sure you follow these instructions and break the pads in properly. It's only like a 10-minute process. It's not that long. All right, so let's go. All right, guys, so as you saw right here, this stuff it's very simple to do. First thing you got to do, these pins right here, these are the pins that actually hold down this metal hardware. So the first thing you do, all you got to do, you don't have to get like a crazy hammer, just get something, just make sure you put something with like an even surface on the pin itself, and you can just tap it out with like a wrench, a hammer, a very, you know, something small, not a lot of crazy force to tap this thing out. Then there's this 13mm bolt. This 13mm bolt goes on this bigger pin right here. Take out the 13mm bolt, slide this pin out. You can actually use, if the pin is hard to come out, you can actually use one of this old hardware just to put it right back here and knock the pin out. Really simple. Now, as I said, they give you hardware, so you don't have to worry about it. Now, once you're finished, this is a really nifty tool. I'll throw it in the description. This right here, it's magnetic. See how dope it is? So you can adjust, you can actually take a piece out. As you saw me, I took this piece out right here, and all I did was put it in between the brakes, and it's a ratchet style expander for the piston. And all I did, I just, instead of taking a screwdriver, I actually stated this before, there is rubber. Let me get a little, see right here, this is rubber, this is rubber, this is metal. You don't want to damage the rubber that's surrounding the metal. You don't want problems for yourself. So that is the reason why you go the safe route. Spend a couple dollars. This thing is so cool. You wouldn't believe it. It's freaking, and it's so easy too, ratchet style. Anyway, so as I said, guys, I'm changing this because I'm sick and tired of these freaking pads. They're trash. I would literally wash my car, go to a meet that's 5 miles away from here, and I'd be the only guy who's there with freaking gloves cleaning their rims right after they arrived. That's a little ridiculous. So anyway, guys, and as you saw, the pads, once you finish taking all this hardware out and depressing the piston, the pads literally slide out like a disc. Super, super easy. And that's really it. All I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put some brake clean, wipe all this stuff down, slide the new pads back. Before I do that, grease up the hardware and button everything back up. Alright guys, so it is finished. Honestly, from the time, once you take the wheels off, you can literally do this in approximately 10 minutes. Literally, as I said, tap these pins out, this 13mm bolt right here, take out the bolt, tap out this pin, take the hardware off. You can use, I have this tool right here, I'll throw it in the link, to depress the calipers. Once the calipers are depressed, you can just slide the pads out, like literally just pull them out, and then you know, wipe everything down, put some brake clean, take some extra dust off. This thing is really, really bad in back here. Get the new pads, grease up. You saw me greasing up the slide pins, any type of hardware that's coming into contact with the surface, grease up the slide pins, the bolts, and the edge of the pads, anything that's coming into contact with the calipers. They say that you don't need to grease the back, but they said you can put on the Powerstop's page, you can put a little bit of grease on the back, on the shims, just a little bit, but it's not needed. So you can do whatever you want with that. Other than that, that's really it. And let's do the same thing on the other side. And you don't have to mess around with bleeding the brakes, because we're not changing calipers or anything like that. So you don't have to mess around with bleeding brakes. Got it? Pretty much it. Do the same thing on the other side. I'll see y'all soon. So guys, this is going to be a quick time lapse of the other side. Shouldn't take me long at all, but obviously I really don't have to go over the safety aspects when doing this, right? Obviously guys, this is dangerous because you're putting your car on a jack or jack stands or what have you. Make sure, ask somebody for help if you're going to struggle. Use chocks, leave the car in gear so it wouldn't roll. Guys, just be safe when doing this stuff, because obviously you don't want the car falling, damaging you or anything else. You know what I'm saying? So just be safe, guys. All right guys, it's starting to warm up out here, but it literally took me 5 minutes, if that. Stuff is super, super easy. I finally found my hammer, so it was very, very easy to tap the hardware out. But anyway, once you double check everything, and just in case I forgot to mention, guys, angle the wheel so it's easy to work on the inside, right on this portion right here. So once you finish buttoning everything back up together, guys, do not forget to break in the pads. Follow the directions on the box, break the pads in properly, and you'll be fine. Again, break the pads in properly and you will be fine. Also, for next time, I already found a set of brakes, so we're going to be doing the backs. The backs are going to take a different type. It's not going to be the Z23s. They don't make a Z23 for the backs. I think it's the Z16s. So we're going to be doing the install on the backs for next time. Again, guys, like, subscribe, comment. And now it's a very, very simple process to do the brakes on the 18 STIs. I'm pretty sure the 19s are the same thing. And guys, take care of yourself, each other, and I'll see y'all soon. All right, guys, so since I did this video, it has been, shoot, at least 6 weeks. And I wanted to show you guys, right now I am breaking in a clutch. This is no joke. I didn't take a leaf blower and blow out the dust and stuff like that just to have, you know, good appearance. That's like habit wise. But look at this. Normally, this entire thing would be brown. Brown. And this is 6 weeks. So let me tell you, these Powerstops, they're no joke. Great freaking pads. Carbon fiber ceramic pads. And this is what I got.